You want to know a lot of facts with Zarpado? Subscribe so we can start collecting. In Bangkok, Watanapanik Restaurant's Noya tuna soup has been cooking non-stop for over 45 years. Fresh meat, tripe, and spices are added daily, but they always retain some of the original broth, creating a deep and unique flavor. It's like an eternal stew that improves with age, almost like a living culinary relic. The dengue detector, called Bazigo, uses computer vision to detect mosquitoes in real time and mark them with a red laser, like targets in a video game. This way, you can locate them before they bite. A futuristic ally against bites and diseases like dengue. Procter & Gamble created a prototype that's as curious as it is useful. A robot called Rollbot that, upon receiving a signal from an app, delivers toilet paper directly to the bathroom. It works with Bluetooth and wheels, like a mini emergency rescue delivery man. The hero we all need when we're most vulnerable. Asperatus clouds, officially discovered in 2009, look like giant waves churning in the sky, like a raging ocean floating above our heads. They're so unusual that they're still being researched, and it's still unclear how they form. Stung dogs have gone viral for their swollen snouts after failed encounters with bees, resembling living caricatures. Although they are generally harmless, you should keep an eye on them for allergies. However, their "I'll never smell flowers again" expression is already a social media classic. The world's most luxurious mask, created by Israeli jewelry brand Ivil, was made for a Chinese businessman and is valued at $1.5 million. It features 250 grams of 18-karat gold, 3,608 natural diamonds, and an N99 filter, all in a piece weighing 279 grams. High-level protection with red carpet shine. Stargazy pie is a traditional Cornish dish where sardines poke their heads, and sometimes tails, out of the crust as if gazing at the stars. Hidden beneath the pastry is a mixture of potatoes, bacon, eggs, and a creamy mustard sauce. A recipe as tasty as it is disturbing to look at. During the 2014 Rally Mexico, Thierry Neuville experienced a leak in his Hyundai's radiator just before the finish. With no coolant and the engine overheating, he and his co-driver improvised by pouring a Corona beer into the system. Surprisingly, it worked. They made it to the service station and finished third. An electric wheelchair with a very futuristic design that can safely climb stairs. Our BRO electric wheelchair goes up and down stairs and steps at the touch of a button, taking you to your destination safely and without any outside assistance. The Alieno Unum is a Bulgarian-made electric hypercar that looks like it came straight from the future. It has 24 electric motors and can reach up to 363 miles per hour. Plus, it incorporates air thrusters to improve performance and stability. It recharges with electricity, and it also breathes air as part of its system. Did Halle Berry know Adrian Brody was going to kiss her at the Oscars? Absolutely not. Years later, she revealed that she thought, "What the hell is going on?" According to her, that kiss wasn't planned and clearly took her by surprise. An underwater concert? That's Aquasonic, a mind-blowing show by the Danish band Between Music. The musicians submerge themselves in specially designed tanks to play handmade instruments and sing with unique microphone. They don't use scuba gear. They just come up to breathe between songs. Everything is designed to recreate real-life underwater conditions, right down to the temperature. In Gibraltar, planes and cars share the same road. The airport runway crosses a public road, and every time a plane takes off or lands, traffic stops like a passing train. In the off-season, the wait can be 10 minutes, but in the summer, it's better to be patient. Boxing and chess in one sport? It exists, and it's called boxing chess. This combat alternates between rounds of punches and blitz chess matches. You can win by knockout or checkmate, which makes it as mental as it is physical. It's played in a ring, with gloves, strategy, and a lot of concentration. That smell of wet earth we love so much? It's called geosmin, and it's produced by soil bacteria when it rains. Our sense of smell detects it even in minute quantities. It's like a natural signal that water's on the way. The pygmy seahorse measures less than an inch and is a master of camouflage. It lives in the corals of Southeast Asia, blending perfectly into its surroundings. Its tiny bumps make it nearly invisible among the gorgonians. It's one of the smallest fish in the world and lives in schools of up to 20, a rare marine gem. Parahawking is an incredible blend of paragliding and trained birds of prey. Participants fly alongside falcons or vultures, following their instinct to find updrafts. Birds lead the way in the sky, and humans follow. It's a flight experience guided by nature. The Xiaomi SU7 is the brand's first electric car, and it's arrived with a bang. It accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.78 seconds, combining power and technology. Its battery offers up to 500 miles of range, ideal for long trips. It was introduced in 2021 and launched in 2024, a futuristic sedan that redefines mobility. In Tokyo, it's already common to see delivery robots carrying food on the sidewalks. They were developed by Cartken and Mitsubishi Electric, and Uber Eats uses them for its deliveries. They measure just over 2 feet, have 6 wheels, and can carry up to 44 pounds. They move at a leisurely but sure pace. The future is now home delivery. Raccoons are famous for washing their food before eating it, but they don't do it for cleanliness. In fact, this curious behavior stems from an ancient instinct. Their ancestors hunted in rivers and developed the habit of handling food in the water. By wetting their paws, they also improved their sense of touch. The Tropical Islands Resort, located on a former airbase in Germany, is the world's largest indoor water park. With over 710,000 square feet of land under cover, it houses a 656-foot-long pool surrounded by white sand, creating a tropical paradise in the heart of Europe. Within the resort, visitors can stroll through the world's largest man-made rainforest or relax in areas mimicking Balinese landscapes. It also features an exciting 89-foot-high slide. Step into the Void is a glass observation deck located in the French Alps at 12,605 feet above sea level, almost touching the sky. Designed by Pierre-Yves Chaise, this suspended cube has completely transparent walls, floor, and ceiling, giving the sensation of floating over the abyss. From there, you can admire the majestic Mont Blanc and the surrounding peaks. The Indian giant squirrel, also known as Ratufa indica, is one of the world's most impressive rodents. Native to the humid forests of India, this species is famous for its size and vibrant coat of orange, black, and white. It can jump up to 6 meters, an impressive feat for navigating the trees. The Thumbee is a video game console so tiny it fits in the palm of your hand. But don't let its size fool you. With a 72 by 40 pixel monochrome OLED display and 2 megabytes of memory, it offers hours of portable fun. Despite its size, it features a piezoelectric speaker and battery, a gem of miniature technology. The Drift Mansion in Tennessee is a paradise for speed lovers. For $1,500 a night, you can enjoy a private, luxurious racetrack, perfect for getting your adrenaline pumping. A unique place where excitement and comfort collide. The Cassiopeia jellyfish, known as the upside-down jellyfish, has a unique lifestyle. Instead of floating freely, it attaches itself to the seafloor with its bell and holds its tentacles upward. It feeds on symbiotic algae, known as zooxanthellae, that live on its tentacles. Every year, 50 million red crabs undergo an epic migration on Christmas Island, Australia. This natural phenomenon is so impressive that it attracts thousands of tourists who want to witness this incredible journey. The crabs move from the jungles to the Indian Ocean to reproduce, an event that lasts several weeks. In 2015, Italian astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti became the first person to drink espresso on the International Space Station, thanks to the innovative iEspresso machine. This machine was the first specifically designed to prepare espresso in space, allowing astronauts to enjoy a drink in zero gravity. Aceton burchellii ants, known as army ants, have an amazing ability. They form living bridges with their own bodies to cross obstacles. By joining a human chain, they create temporary structures that allow them to continue moving forward without stopping. Liquid trees, like Liquid 3 in Serbia, are a revolutionary innovation in the fight against climate change. They use microalgae to absorb CO2 from the air and convert it into biomass, while simultaneously producing oxygen. These devices combine technology and nature, offering a sustainable solution to improve air quality in cities with high pollution or limited space. Kabaku in the US uses augmented reality to display dishes in 3D before customers order. This app allows customers to view the menu in 3D, see the food in real scale, and pair side dishes with main dishes. Thanks to this technology, diners can visualize how the dishes will look, enhancing their dining experience. The Hohenzollern Bridge in Cologne, Germany, is famous for the more than 40,000 padlocks that lovers place on its structure. Along its 1,300 feet, these padlocks add a total of 4,000 pounds of weight to the bridge. Each one symbolizes a couple's eternal love, creating a unique romantic tradition. Line 2 of the Chongqing Metro in China is famous for passing through buildings in the Liziba district. At this station, the elevated train passes directly through a residential building, similar to a monorail. In 2016, a Chinese couple celebrated their wedding on the impressive Xinyuzhai Glass Bridge in Hunan Province. At a height of approximately 590 feet, the bridge, which is 984 feet long, is located in Xinyuzhai National Geological Park. The ceremony took place on August 9th, Valentine's Day in China. In Etzatlan, Jalisco, Mexico, stands the world's largest hand-woven pavilion, crafted by local artisans. This incredible work is made with crochet and colorful raffia and was woven by more than 200 women over the course of 8 months. In 2019, the pavilion received Guinness World Records recognition for its size and complexity. Planarians are flatworms with a superpower worthy of science fiction. If you cut them into tiny pieces, each one regenerates an entire body. Even the brain reappears. Their regenerative capacity is so astonishing that they have been studied in laboratories around the world. The scales of fish like tilapia and pirarucu have been turned into high-tech marine bandages. Their collagen helps heal serious burns faster, with less pain and better cosmetic results. This technique, developed in Brazil, uses what was previously discarded, a medical miracle from the water. In 2021, Denmark broke the world record with the tallest sandcastle on the planet, 69.4 feet of pure creativity. It surpassed the previous German record by more than 10 feet. Decorated with pandemic motifs, this golden giant required nearly 5,500 US tons of sand and 30 artists to rise to the sky. Sanitronics self-cleaning toilets, like the famous rotating toilet, use a system with 2 toilets that rotate after each use. One is clean while the other is ready. They are ideal for public places like gas stations, offering maximum hygiene without contact. Technology that takes care of cleanliness and your peace of mind. Gummy is a robot created to launch gumballs straight into your mouth with surgical precision, like a sniper-like pastry chef. It uses sensors and trajectory calculations to avoid missing the target. Saori Yoshida is a living wrestling legend. She won 14 consecutive world titles and 3 consecutive Olympic gold medals in the 121-pound category. Her streak is the longest annual winning streak in any major sport. Bombardier beetles have a chemical superpower. They mix substances in their abdomens and shoot jets of 212 degrees Fahrenheit hot acid to scare away enemies. Their defense sounds like a mini explosion. They're like miniature armored tanks with a built-in chemical lab. Hiroto Ogiwara made history at the 2025 X Games Aspen by becoming the first snowboarder to land a 2,340 grades jump, equivalent to 6.5 turns in the air. His maneuver, executed with pinpoint precision, left judges and spectators speechless. A Chinese engineer went viral after creating a homemade laser gun designed to eliminate mosquitoes in mid-flight. The device detects the insect's movement and fires a precise beam that instantly kills it. It sounds like science fiction, but it's real and functional. The Atlantic Ocean Road in Norway is one of the most spectacular roads in the world, famous for its dramatic curves and proximity to the raging ocean. It connects several islands via 8 bridges, with Storsøysundet being the most iconic and photographed. Besides driving, you can stop to fish for cod or enjoy the views from its viewpoints. In Sasami, a small coastal town in Japan, there's a mailbox submerged 32.8 feet underwater, and it actually works. Divers can leave waterproof postcards, which are then collected by local post office employees. It was installed as part of a tourism campaign and has already received more than 38,000 letters. Have you noticed the secret numbers on your tires? The first tells you how wide the rim is, the second its profile, and the third the rim size in inches. But that's not all. They also indicate how much weight they can support and how fast they can travel. The Royal Clipper is the largest sailing ship in the world and holds a Guinness World Record to prove it. With its 42 sails, it offers a sailing experience that blends the classic with the modern. It's not your average cruise, but it's ideal for those who love the sea. On board, you'll enjoy luxury, tranquility, and incredible scenery. Miami's Hard Rock Stadium isn't just about football, it's also about drone racing. It's the first NFL stadium to host this kind of futuristic competition. Drones fly at full speed between lights and obstacles, creating a spectacular show. In 1900, the Mammoth camera was built, the largest in the world. It weighed 1,411 pounds, measured over 13 feet, and required 15 people to operate it. It was specifically designed to photograph entire trains in a single shot. It cost $5,000, a fortune at the time. A true photographic beast, Koh Phangan in Thailand is a fishing village built entirely on stilts in the sea. Their homes, schools, and even their soccer field float on water. It's an amazing example of adaptation and community life in unusual conditions. Have you ever seen a caterpillar turn into a butterfly? It's one of nature's most amazing spectacles. The caterpillar forms a chrysalis, and inside it, its body completely transforms. The Wuppertal monorail in Germany has been in operation since 1901. Known as the Schwebebahn, it's the oldest monorail in the world. It runs 8.3 miles, has 20 stations, and is suspended from a single track. Although it can reach to speeds of 37 miles per hour, it travels quietly at about 17 miles per hour. In 2014, Google ventured into the sands of the Liwa Desert in the United Arab Emirates with a brilliant idea, mounting 360 degrees cameras on camels. The goal was to capture images for its famous Street View feature. Thanks to this curious initiative, anyone can now explore the Golden Dunes from the comfort of their home. In Bokrijk, Belgium, you can experience a unique adventure, riding a bike through water. Cycling through water is a trail opened in 2016 that crosses a lake along a 692-foot-long path with the water at the height of your wheels. This attraction is located within the Bokrake Open Air Museum, surrounded by history and nature. The route departs from Hasselt and offers a magical sensation, as if you were pedaling inside a giant mirror. Can you imagine buying 30 Rolls-Royces in one fell swoop? Well, that's what Stephen Hung did, a Hong Kong businessman who broke records by ordering 30 customized Phantom models for his ultra-luxury hotel. This was the largest single purchase in the brand's history. Each car was designed with exclusive details to impress future guests of the Louis XIII Hotel in Macau. The vampire crab, or Geosaucerma dennerle, is a nocturnal creature with a striking purple color. Its orange or yellow eyes give it an enigmatic touch, making this small animal a true mystery of nature. The Guoyang Tunnel in China is an impressive feat of engineering and perseverance. Hand-dug by 13 local villagers in the 1970s, it took them 5 years to complete this 0.75-mile tunnel through a mountain. At just 16.4 feet high, the tunnel is not only a feat of engineering, but also one of the most dangerous places in China. The NY Dublin Portal is a fascinating art installation that connects two iconic cities in real time, New York and Dublin. Through two video screens, visitors can see people in the other city. This digital window between two worlds was a groundbreaking experience, although it had to be temporarily closed due to inappropriate behavior. Bees of the genus Agochlora are fascinating for their bright metallic green color, which makes them stand out among other species. These bees live in Central America, and their unique appearance gives them an almost magical air. The Wilson X Connected is an innovative, 3D printed, airless basketball that incorporates sensors to track shots. Its $2,500 price tag is justified by its unique 3D printed polymer structure, which gives it bouncing ability without the need for air. It also offers a play feel similar to a conventional ball, but with a more consistent bounce thanks to improvements in its design and manufacturing. The octopus Granelodon Bora pacifica has the longest incubation period known in the animal kingdom, caring for around 56,000 eggs for 4.5 years before dying. This deep-sea octopus not only stands out for its longevity, but also for being the most durable of its species. Cats lack the TAS1R2 gene, which allows them to detect sugars, which explains why they are not attracted to sweet foods. Unlike many other mammals, their lack of interest in sweet tastes is due to this genetic deficiency. So even if you serve them a dessert, they won't be interested. The jaguarundi is a wild feline similar to the puma. Although it resembles a domestic cat, it is larger and has distinctive characteristics. It is a medium-sized, slender animal with a uniformly colored coat and small, round ears. Its elongated body and short legs make it unique among felines. The blue banana, also known as Java blue, is a delicious exotic fruit noted for its bluish color and unique vanilla flavor. Native to Southeast Asia, this hybrid of two banana species is grown primarily in the Canary Islands. Unlike other bananas, it is cold-resistant, making it ideal for cooler climates. The Overland Train Mark II is an impressive amphibious vehicle that was developed to meet demanding military and heavy lift needs. With its imposing dimensions, this colossus measures 98 meters long and is equipped with a total of 54 wheels, capable of transporting up to 600 tons of cargo. Mount Iwaki in Japan has a road so extreme, it's called the Road of 100 Vomits. 43 hairpin bends in just 5.6 miles with a 7% gradient. It's so demanding that cycling is only allowed on it 1 day a year during a special event. Ideal for brave souls with a stomach of steel, The Lochnagar crater was created on July 1, 1916, when the British blew 29.8 tons of explosives under German lines during the Battle of the Somme. The explosion was so brutal it was heard in London and left a crater 427 feet wide. Today, this immense hole is a memorial site remembering the thousands of fallen soldiers. Presenter Michael Buffer not only made history with his powerful voice, but also with his wit. He recorded his iconic phrase, "Let's get ready to rumble," in 1992. Since then, he has earned approximately $400 million, licensing its use in events, video games, and products. Eric Barone, creator of Stardew Valley, spent 5 years developing the game alone, while his partner Amber Hageman supported him financially. He worked more than 10 hours a day without a break, and it was his first game. Today, it has generated more than $300 million. A story of love, faith, and digital harvests. Joshua Vides transforms sneakers into optical illusions. His black and white designs look like they're straight out of a 2D comic book. Each pair is hand-painted, becoming a unique work of art. You're not just walking in style, you're walking inside a living vignette. In 1972, astronaut Charles Duke left a family photo on the lunar surface during the Apollo 16 mission. The image, protected with plastic, showed his wife and children as a very personal tribute. On the back it read, "This is the family of astronaut Charlie Duke from planet Earth, who landed on the moon on April 20th, 1972. Some orchids look like they came straight from a natural art gallery. There are varieties that mimic bees to attract pollinators. Others are shaped like flying ducks, apes, or even birds in flight. In 2005, artist David Cho painted murals in Facebook's offices and agreed to be paid in stock instead of cash. At the time, it seemed like a risky bet, but over time, those shares were worth $200 million, a stroke of genius that made him a multimillionaire. The theremin is one of the most unusual instruments in the world because you can play it without actually touching it. It was invented in 1920 by Russian Leon Theremin and is considered the first electronic musical instrument in history. Its ethereal and mysterious sound made it famous in science fiction and horror films. To play it, the musician moves their hands near two antennas. One controls the pitch and the other the volume. It works thanks to electromagnetic waves that detect the position of the hands. Did you know that the Beatles' legendary Abbey Road album was almost called Everest? The name came from the brand of cigarettes smoked by their sound engineer, Jeff Emmerich. Traveling to the Himalayas to do a photo shoot on the world's highest mountain was even considered. But laziness won, and the Beatles ended up crossing the street from the studio. In 1920, Cleveland shone as the fifth largest city in the United States, full of factories, immigrants, and opportunities. Today, it ranks 54th, a reflection of the country's economic and immigration changes. Even so, it remains the most populous city on the shores of Lake Erie and the second largest in Ohio. Can you imagine ordering your food and having it arrive while it spins on a roller coaster? At the UK's roller coaster restaurant, dishes speed down rails straight to your table. In 2012, Ireland witnessed an incredible case. A pair of twins were born 87 days apart. This phenomenon was due to one twin being born prematurely, and after a long waiting period, the second twin was born full term. Carrot House in Warsaw, Poland, is officially the narrowest house in the world, measuring just 36 inches at its narrowest point. This ingenious design defies architectural convention, creating a functional and unique space in such a small area. The building reaches its widest point at 5 feet, which is still extremely narrow for a home. The Grace of satellites, known as Tom and Jerry, have a very special mission, measuring Earth's gravity. These twin satellites maintain a constant distance measuring link via K-band microwaves. Flying in formation about 137 miles apart, they provide crucial data on the distribution of the Earth's mass. Mike Tyson made a surprising and memorable appearance in the comedy The Hangover, where he played a comically caricatured version of himself. Tyson appears as a key character in the protagonist's quest to unravel the chaotic and drunken events of a wild bachelor party in Las Vegas. The Egyptian Museum, located in Cairo, houses an extensive collection of Egyptian antiquities, including the iconic solid gold funerary mask of Tutankhamun, discovered in his tomb in 1922 by archaeologist Howard Carter. Porcupines make such strange sounds that many mistake them for human wails or upset babies. These vocalizations, called distress sounds, may sound funny, but they serve a purpose: to warn or attract attention. Ice hair, also known as ice hair, appears on damp branches on cold nights thanks to the action of the fungus Ichthyopsis effusa. This causes the water to freeze into fine threads like white strands straight out of a fairy tale. In Helsinki, Finland, Burger King took the fast food experience to the next level. It installed a sauna inside the restaurant. Customers can eat a Whopper while relaxing in the steam, with towels and personalized service. The Greta Otto butterfly looks like something out of a fairy tale. It has transparent wings. Only the edges are colored, which can be black, brown, red, or orange. This natural camouflage makes it almost invisible among the plants. The northern bald ibis is a unique bird with glossy black plumage, green and purple highlights, and a bald red head. Its long, curved beak and the drooping feathers on its nape give it a striking appearance. It lives in arid areas of Europe, Asia, and Africa. It is endangered, so its protection is vital. The 1966 Batmobile, used by Adam West in the classic Batman series, is a true gem on wheels. It sold in 2013 for $4.2 million, breaking movie car auction records. The lucky buyer was Rick Champagne, an Arizona fan with a superhero soul. This iconic vehicle not only represents nostalgia, but also television history. Adia Leyland and Adriel Luca Nataraja, born in Canada on March 4th, 2022, set a record as the most premature twins, being born 126 days early. They arrived into the world at just 22 weeks gestation, weighing Adia 11.6 ounces and Adriel 14.8 ounces. Their original due date was July 8, 2022. The griseus, or ghost bird, is a true master of camouflage. During the day, it blends perfectly into the dry branches of trees, making it almost impossible to spot. This incredible adaptation helps it stay safe from predators. Ants are the kings of micronaps, as they can sleep up to 250 times a day, taking naps of only 1 minute each. Despite this frequent rest, they still get almost 5 hours of sleep in total. Yet they always remain alert. Apple's first logo showed Isaac Newton sitting under an apple tree with a design so ornate it looked like an old-fashioned book illustration. It was created in 1976 by Ronald Wayne, one of the company's founders. During World War II, Leningrad was under siege and infested with rats, to the point of attacking sick children and spreading disease. To combat them, the Russian army sent 5,000 Siberian cats, expert hunters, forming the famous Meow Division. The Leptotyphlops carle is so tiny it easily fits in a teaspoon. It measures only 10 centimeters and is as thin as spaghetti. Discovered in Barbados, it is the smallest known snake among more than 3,100 species. A reptile that looks more like a lost noodle than a hunter of the animal kingdom. Otters juggle pebbles, tossing and catching them like little circus performers. In young people, this improves their coordination and agility, while in older adults, it helps keep their minds active. A perfect blend of training, play, and absolute cuteness. When the Statue of Liberty was inaugurated in 1886, its hue was reddish-brown thanks to the pure copper coating. But over the years, oxidation created a layer of blue-green patina that protects it from wear and tear. Its color has changed, but it remains the same icon of freedom for the world. Polar bears, the largest land carnivores on the planet, can reach 9.8 feet in height when standing on their hind legs. Weighing up to 1,543 pounds, they dominate the Arctic with strength and elegance. A giant stuffed animal, but with claws and fangs of respect. The mimic octopus is a genius at camouflage. It can transform into up to 15 different species, such as sea snakes, flatfish, or jellyfish. It changes its color, shape, and mode of movement depending on the predator it wants to avoid. The strawberry is unique in the plant world. It is the only fruit that bears its seeds on the outside, with about 200 per piece. But the curious thing is that these seeds are not seeds at all. They are the actual fruit. Each one contains a single seed inside. The name Wendy became popular thanks to J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan, since it had barely existed as a proper name before then. Barrie created it inspired by how a childhood friend of his, Margaret Henley, would say Wendy instead of friend. Since then, thousands of girls have been named after him. Sologamy is a practice in which a person holds a ceremony to marry themselves, as a symbol of self-love and self-sufficiency. Although it has no legal validity, many see it as a powerful declaration of emotional independence. It has become especially popular among women in the US and Japan. Hot air balloons fly thanks to Archimedes' principle. The warm air inside the balloon becomes less dense than the cold air outside. This difference creates a buoyant force that pushes them upward, a marvel of physics that allows us to float among the clouds. In tournaments, tennis balls are changed every 7 to 9 games to maintain optimal performance. Tennis balls are replaced due to wear. The rule is that this should be done for the first time in a match after the first 7 games. They are then changed every 9. Did you know that urban birds have changed the way they sing? In the city, they sing faster, higher-pitched melodies to stand out among the noise of traffic and hectic life. It's their way of saying, "Here I am," a surprising adaptation worthy of an urban soundtrack. Belgium broke records by going 652 days without a formal government between 2018 and 2020. During that entire time, it operated with an interim government, as if nothing had happened. Despite the political uncertainty, the country carried on. High in California's White Mountains lives Methuselah, a 4,850-year-old pine tree. It's the oldest known living thing on Earth, and it's seen more history than any human. From pharaohs to satellites, this tree has stood silently by. Did you know that a sneeze can shoot out at 93 miles per hour? It's almost like a mini nasal hurricane. Droplets can travel up to 26 feet, carrying with them whatever your body wants to expel. It's a natural defense against dust, viruses, and other annoyances. The sky never rests. Every day, approximately 8.6 million lightning strikes occur worldwide, which is equivalent to 100 lightning bolts per second. Did you know that SpongeBob was almost called SpongeBob? That was the original name chosen by its creator, Steven Hillenburg, but they had to change it because it was already trademarked, possibly due to an artist's pencil. Thus, the iconic SpongeBob SquarePants was born. In the United Arab Emirates, they make it rain with drones. They use this technology to inject salts into the clouds and produce artificial rain. It's a modern way to combat drought in arid areas. This improves water availability in a desert environment. Did you know that the 5 Olympic rings represent the world's continents? Blue represents Oceania, black represents Africa, red represents America, yellow represents Asia, and green represents Europe. Each color was chosen because it appears on at least one national flag. Tuvalu, one of the smallest countries in the world, struck gold online by selling .tv domains. Thanks to this, it receives $1 million every 3 months. This income has been key to its economy. .tv is highly sought after by media and entertainment platforms. Did you know that peanuts aren't nuts but legumes? They grow underground, in pods like beans or lentils. Unlike nuts that come from trees, peanuts grow in the ground. A hidden surprise in your favorite snack. Kawaii ducks have become an adorable symbol of happiness and good vibes. The word kawaii in Japanese means cute or cute, and its aesthetic has spread throughout the world, especially in anime. Their characteristic yellow color is associated in Asia with joy and positive energy. Fireflies illuminate the night with a magical light that doesn't burn. It's cold and 100% efficient. They don't waste energy on heat. Everything goes directly to the glow. They use this glow to attract mates in the dark. Don Quixote de la Mancha is considered the first modern novel because it breaks with fantasy and focuses on the reality of its time. Published in 1605 by Miguel de Cervantes, it portrays an authentic society and characters with human flaws. It doesn't idealize, but rather reflects. Its impact on literature is immense. The Savannah cat is a spectacular feline, a cross between a domestic cat and an African serval. It can weigh up to 28.7 pounds and has an appearance reminiscent of a small leopard. With its long legs, large ears, and dark spots, it is as elegant as it is exotic. It's also sociable and affectionate, a beast with the soul of a pet. James Cameron sold the rights to Terminator for just $1 so he could direct it himself. Although he was a novice director, his passion for the project led him to that risky deal with producer Gail Ann Hurd. She bought the script, put him in charge, and together they created a legendary film. The film premiered in 1984 and was a worldwide success. The Hyundai logo isn't just a stylized H, it hides a very special message. It depicts a customer and a brand representative shaking hands after closing a deal. This gesture symbolizes trust, honesty, and commitment, key values for the company. Rice isn't just a side dish, it's the basis of life for 3.5 billion people worldwide. 90% of its consumption occurs in Asia, where it is an essential part of every meal. China leads the world as the largest consumer. This humble grain sustains entire economies and guarantees food security for millions. In Monaco, there's barely room for a pin to drop. With a population density of 19,361 people per square kilometer, it's the most urbanized country on the planet. Qatar, Oman, and San Marino are among the few countries in the world without natural forests. In Oman, some 800 hectares of planted forests have been created, but they do not count as native forests. In Qatar, the desert landscape limits vegetation, although some trees can be seen in private gardens in Doha. San Marino, due to its small size, also lacks officially recognized forests. Although they may seem harmless due to their size, mosquitoes are the deadliest animals on the planet. Each year, they cause more than 700,000 human deaths by transmitting diseases such as malaria, dengue fever, Zika, and yellow fever. Hong Kong is not only an impressive financial center, it's also the Rolls-Royce capital of the world per capita. With more than 1,000 Rolls-Royce vehicles registered and a population of 7.5 million, it outnumbers any other city in proportion. Did you know that rabbits use their ears as natural air conditioning? Since they can't sweat, they rely on their long ears to keep cool. Thanks to a sophisticated system of blood vessels, they regulate their temperature through vasodilation or vasoconstriction. So when it's hot, blood flow in their ears increases and they dissipate heat. In 1867, the United States bought Alaska from Russia for just $7.2 million, less than 2 cents per acre. The Russians thought it was useless land, but everything changed when vast resources such as gold, oil, and a multi-million-dollar fishing industry were discovered. Fucus phalangioides, also known as long-legged spiders, are harmless to humans and play a useful role in the ecosystem. They feed on other spiders, including some dangerous species like the redback spider. The phyllium is a true master of camouflage, capable of perfectly mimicking leaves in its natural environment in Asia. This insect appears almost invisible, blending in with the surrounding plants. Its unique appearance allows it to evade predators and survive in the wild. Kiribati Island in Kiribati has the honor of being the first place to welcome the new year, thanks to its location at UTC +14. This makes it the first piece of land to welcome the global celebrations. While the rest of the world is still counting the hours, Kiribati is already celebrating. The Euplectella aspergillum, known as Venus's flower basket, is a fascinating marine sponge that lives in the deep waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Its silica skeleton has a glassy structure and creates stunning geometric patterns. Arabic is written from right to left, both handwritten and in print, a unique characteristic that persists in books, articles, and even online content. This writing direction contrasts with that of Arabic numerals, which are written from left to right. Watermelon, with 92% water, is a refreshing and healthy fruit. Surprisingly, its white part contains citrulline, an amino acid that promotes blood circulation and helps reduce blood pressure. This makes watermelon a perfect ally for maintaining heart health. Horses have the incredible ability to sleep standing up, thanks to a locking reflex in their joints. This mechanism allows them to rest without falling, which is essential for their survival in the wild. This allows them to stay alert and ready to flee from potential predators. Dolphins have an incredible ability to regenerate their tissue twice as fast as humans, thanks to special proteins. Their skin renews itself every 2 hours, and epidermal growth is 1.7 times slower in some areas and 8.5 times faster in others. According to a study by Luann Brizendine, author of The Female Brain, women speak around 20,000 words a day, much more than men, who speak around 7,000. South Sudan, which gained independence in 2011, and Montenegro, which seceded from Serbia in 2006, are the most recent countries to join the world map. Both emerged after independence processes, marking important milestones in geopolitical history. The Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of Natural History, located in Washington, D.C., is the largest natural history museum in the world, with more than 146 million specimens. Its iconic green dome and enormous size make it easily recognizable. Admission is also free, allowing everyone to explore its impressive collection at no cost. Soviet apartment buildings, such as Khrushchevkas and tenements, were designed to house large populations in the former Soviet Union, reflecting the large-scale urban planning of the time. They were inexpensive and constructed from concrete panels or brick, with between 3 and 5 floors. These prefabricated buildings were similar to tenements, offering quick and functional solutions. The Star Ferry is a ferry line in Hong Kong that has been operating since 1888, crucially connecting Hong Kong Island with Kowloon City on the peninsula. David Bowie made a brief but significant appearance in the comedy film Zoolander, where he played himself as a fashion judge in a scene that became one of the film's most memorable moments. The scene in which Bowie appears as a fashion judge centers on a competition between the main characters, played by Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson, who play the roles of male models. Kiwis are unique, tailless birds with soft hair-like feathers. Their eggs are astonishing, accounting for approximately 20% of their body weight, making them one of the largest relative to the bird's size. The Charles Bridge in the Czech Republic is famous for being adorned with 30 Baroque statues depicting saints and religious figures. Among the most notable are the statues of Saint John of Nepomuk, Saint Lutgard, and Saint Vitus. The underwater waterfalls of Mauritius are a stunning visual phenomenon that attracts tourists from all over the world. Although they are not true waterfalls, this phenomenon occurs when ocean currents drag sediment into the depths of the ocean, creating the illusion of water falling from great heights. Located near the island of Mauritius, these underwater waterfalls can only be seen from the air, offering a spectacular view of the turquoise sea and deep waters. Meet Odd.Bot, the organic robot revolutionizing agriculture. This little green engineer pulls weeds without the need for chemicals, making it a much more environmentally friendly option. Its secret lies in its 100% organic design. Yes, all natural. Odd.Bot moves autonomously along the rows of crops, propelled by heavy-duty tires, and works tirelessly to keep the plants weed-free. Imagine a cat so big it looks like a miniature lion. Kefir, a Maine Coon, is one of those giant felines that defy gravity. Adopted as a tiny kitten by a Russian woman, this cat has grown incredibly. At just 2 years old, he already weighs over 26 pounds and is over 4.9 feet tall. At a restaurant in China, waiters use roller skates to move faster within a 107,640 square foot space. This original idea has transformed the service experience, allowing employees to glide around the space carrying trays of food, which not only improves efficiency but also creates a fun spectacle for customers. Although some might think it's dangerous, it seems that the skill of the servers on skates has made this practice a signature of the restaurant, and many customers enjoy watching them in action. Chinese police now have a futuristic ally, a spherical patrol robot that can reach 18.6 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. Inspired by a design from the Mercury probe project, this high-speed marvel can travel on both land and water. It's like something out of a science fiction movie, combining cutting-edge technology with police work. Have you ever imagined wearing shoes so big you could walk on them like some kind of giant? Gregory, a 55-year-old shoemaker, made it a reality. During the pandemic, he came up with the idea of creating size 75 leather shoes, a gigantic size. Board shoe racing is an ancient tradition of the Shuang people in China's Guangxi province, dating back to the Ming Dynasty. During this competition, teams of 3 people run together wearing shoes made of wooden boards, measuring 3.3 feet long, 3.5 inches wide, and 1.2 inches thick, with leather straps to hold them together. In Greece, during the celebration of Orthodox Easter, there is a very peculiar tradition, a fireworks war between the churches of St. Mark and Panaia Eri in the village of Vrontados on the island of Chios. Starting at midnight on Easter Sunday, the faithful of both churches fire homemade rockets at each other, creating a kind of celestial battlefield. This tradition, which dates back to Ottoman times, originally used real cannons filled with gunpowder. The most curious thing is that, despite the intensity of the confrontation, it always ends in a draw, which is resolved the following year. There are some very unusual contests, and one of the most fun is the one to choose the ugliest dog in the world. This peculiar event is held every year in California as part of the Sonome Marin Fair. Since 1970, dogs with unusual characteristics compete for the title, and the lucky owner of the ugliest dog receives a trophy, $1,500, and an all-expenses-paid trip to New York. Self-propelled modular transporters are giants on wheels, created to transport heavy and bulky loads, such as large bridges or industrial components. The remarkable thing about these vehicles is their ability to maneuver in tight spaces, thanks to their swivel axles and wheels. Additionally, multiple modules can be connected to adapt to the size and weight of the load, making them essential tools for large projects. The warthog, or Visayan warthog, is a fascinating animal that inhabits the Visayan Islands in the Philippines. Its name comes from the warts that adorn its face, which can grow up to 6 inches long. This warthog has a mane of black and brown shades that runs down its back, giving it a unique appearance. Due to its sparse fur and lack of subcutaneous fat, this warthog is very sensitive to extreme temperatures. During hot weather, it cools off with mud baths, and when the cold threatens, it seeks to cover itself as much as possible. Renowned Japanese architect Shigeru Ban has just inaugurated an impressive work in Madrid, a multi-purpose pavilion. The surprising thing about this structure is that it was built using more than 173 paper tubes, an innovative material that Ban has used in several of his projects for its lightness, durability, and sustainability. What's most incredible is that the construction was completed in just 12 weeks, demonstrating the efficiency and creativity of the design. The largest mammal migration on the planet isn't that of elephants or whales, it's that of bats. Every year, around 100 million cat-sized fruit bats make an epic journey to Kasanka National Park in Zambia. There they feed on the abundant tropical fruit, creating a stunning spectacle of their wings covering the sky. Cinque Terre, which means 5 lands in Italian, is a coastal gem located in the Liguria region of Italy. This group of 5 towns, Monterosso al Mare, Vernazza, Corniglia, Manarola, and Rio Maggiore, spreads along cliffs, offering spectacular views of the Mediterranean Sea. Chizai is no ordinary panda. He sports a brown and white suit that makes him look like he's from another dimension. While his cousins dress in black and white, he defies panda fashion with his own style. His unique color is due to a rare genetic mutation, a true gift of nature. Between bamboo and mountains, Chizai struts like a furry and exclusive celebrity. Snakes are incredibly adept at climbing trees, despite not having legs. They achieve this by wrapping parts of their bodies around the trunk, alternating between holding on and moving forward. This movement allows them to adapt to the thickness and shape of the tree, climbing with surprising agility to reach the top. Calvin Klein's obsession for men perfume has an unexpected effect on tigers and leopards. It attracts them. Filmmakers have discovered that its scent sparks the curiosity of these big cats, allowing them to capture stunning images. Used in documentaries, this trick helps bring the animals closer to the cameras, creating unique shots of their majesty. The rural sports of the Basque country, known as Harry Karolak, are based on traditional activities such as chopping wood or lifting stones, testing the strength and endurance of competitors. One of the most notable events is Harry Yasatsa, where participants lift stones from the ground to their shoulders without any tools. Another iconic sport is Escora Proba, which involves chopping logs with an axe, a skill that originated in Basque forges to produce charcoal. Nissan has innovated in the world of office chairs, creating models that automatically adjust to their original position with just a clap. Using the same technology used in autonomous vehicles, these chairs feature motorized wheels and a Wi-Fi system that allows for precise adjustment. Equipped with cameras that track their location, the chairs automatically reposition themselves after a meeting, offering a unique experience in the workplace. During a flight to Daegu, South Korea, a passenger accidentally opened the emergency exit, causing a gust of air that made it difficult for passengers to breathe. Although the incident caused chaos on board, the crew managed to make a safe landing. This incident raised questions about in-flight safety procedures. In Sweden, McDonald's surprised the world by creating the McHive, the smallest restaurant on the planet, and it's for bees. This hive, shaped like a mini McDonald's, includes signs, tiny tables, and even a scaled-down McDrive. Surrounded by grass and wildflowers, it's part of a campaign to protect these vital pollinators. Didi Senft, the famous Devil of the Tour de France, has turned his peculiar costume into a symbol of the event. Every year, this eccentric German fan races alongside cyclists in the mountains in his red suit and horns, displaying his passion for cycling. His appearance in the race has become a ritual, and his story is full of curious anecdotes, such as his inspiration from the Flamme Rouge and his ability to jump over anyone. Every year on the majestic Mount Bromo, the people of East Java celebrate the Hindu festival of Yajna Kasada, a tradition filled with color and ritual. The Tengris community offers the volcano a variety of offerings, ranging from fruits and flowers to animals such as goats and birds. The ceremony culminates when these offerings are thrown into the crater, a symbolic way of asking for protection and blessings from God and the ancestors. In Singapore, some trains have windows that magically darken themselves when they pass through upscale neighborhoods. The reason? To protect the privacy of those living in these exclusive areas, warding off prying eyes. When crossing these areas, the windows instantly become opaque, as if the train were discreetly winking. Newfoundland dogs, true heroes of the water, are designed to save lives with their courage and skill. With webbed feet that make them exceptional swimmers and a waterproof coat that protects them from the cold, these giant canines brave turbulent waters without fear. Their sturdy weight and natural rescue instinct make them the perfect companions in emergency situations. Whether in the ocean or a lake, their ability to swim long distances and save lives has made them legendary. Imagine a tree that generates energy, but it's not just any tree. It's a wind tree, a French invention that mimics the shape of a real tree, with a steel trunk and leaves that function like tiny wind turbines. These trees can generate energy even with gentle breezes, as low as 5 miles per hour, perfect for cities where they harness urban air currents and produce renewable energy without taking up much space. Valkyrie is an incredibly advanced robot, created by NASA to work in extreme space environments or in the aftermath of disasters. Standing about 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighing around 300 pounds, this android can handle dangerous tasks thanks to its robust electric design. Inspired by Norse mythological figures, it has been refined since its debut in the DARPA Robotics Challenge and now features advanced sensors and long-lasting battery life. Its ability to manipulate objects and move with precision makes it a vital tool for high-risk missions. Eric Franklin, an American artist, is known for his stunning crystal skulls and skeletons that emit a mesmerizing glow in the dark. He uses borosilicate glass filled with ionized krypton, giving it a glow similar to neon lights. Each work is carefully shaped and assembled to capture a unique beauty, highlighted by the lights they incorporate. Stan Hurd, a large-scale artist, transformed a field in Minnesota into a monumental work by recreating Van Gogh's famous painting Olive Trees. This 6-month project was sponsored by the Minneapolis Institute of Art and can be admired from the air near the city's airport. Using native plants and materials, Hurd spent weeks mowing, digging, and planting, bringing to life a natural version of the painting. The bunch of balloons is a revolutionary gadget that can fill up to 100 water balloons in just 1 minute. Connected to a faucet, it makes it easy to inflate multiple balloons at once, making it the perfect choice for parties and events. The balloons are self-sealing, eliminating the need for tying them, and are made from eco-friendly materials like recycled plastic and natural rubber. A quick and efficient way to set up a water fight or decorate your party. Chewy is a sloth who transformed the lives of a Venezuelan family. It all started when they found him nearly dead from an electric shock, and they decided to save him. After his recovery, they adopted him and, inspired by his story, founded a sloth rescue center in Venezuela. Thus, Chewy not only had a second chance, but also helped others like him. On July 31, 2023, the Bright Zoo in Limestone, Tennessee, welcomed a unique, unspotted giraffe. This solid-colored reticulated giraffe is considered the only living giraffe of its kind. To make it even more special, the zoo held a name contest on its Facebook page, and Kaipiki, which means unique in Swahili, was the winning name. A total of 40,000 people participated in the voting. High on a cliff in Bali, an old Boeing 737 found a new life as the private jet villa, a luxury hotel overlooking the sea. Since March 2023, it offers 2 bedrooms with king-size beds, luxurious bathrooms, and even a private plunge pool under the plane's wings. It's located in Uluwatu, directly overlooking Nyang Nyang Beach. Sleeping on a plane has never been so glamorous. A stray cat named Bob changed the life of a struggling musician and eventually became famous. He turned up injured in 2007, just as James Bowen was battling addiction, and together they rescued each other. The story was so moving that it inspired a book, a movie, and even a statue in London. A real hairy hero. Achieving the purple color in ancient times was an art, an exhausting work. Thousands of murex snails were needed, which were collected one by one from the shores of the Mediterranean. Then, a tiny gland containing a yellowish liquid was extracted. This liquid, when exposed to the sun, oxidized and turned purple over time. The smell was terrible, the process was slow, and the resulting amount of dye was minimal. Therefore, only the richest and most powerful could afford to wear it. The world record for spraying water from the mouth is 5 minutes and 51.88 seconds, achieved by Ma Hui of China on January 24, 2024. Ma broke the previous record of 56.36 seconds, set in 2016 by Ethiopian Kiribul Yilma. An astonishing skill that allowed him to keep water in his mouth far longer than anyone else. Maksim Havrilenko, from Ukraine, has revolutionized the world of accessories by creating sunglasses made from recycled coffee ground. With this innovative proposal, she combines design and sustainability, transforming waste into an elegant and eco-friendly product. The Novi Okerville, an imposing skyscraper in Kudrobo, Russia, is home to between 18,000 and 20,000 people. With 3,780 apartments spread across its 25 floors, it offers a huge space for a large community. This modern residential complex stands out not only for its size, but also for its innovative architectural design. In Germany, you can get a banknote worth €0. Although it can't be used to buy anything, this unusual souvenir has holograms, a serial number, and even a watermark just like the real thing. It costs €2.50 and has become a collector's item due to its authentic appearance and ironic touch. In the heart of Chilean Patagonia, Lake General Carrera holds a treasure sculpted by time, the marble chapels. These caves, carved by millennia of water, resemble floating temples on turquoise waters. Their hypnotic beauty makes this corner a dream destination for nature and photography lovers. Courchevel Airfield in the French Alps challenges pilots with its short runway of just 1,761 feet and an 18.66% incline. Sitting at about 6,585 feet above sea level, this unlit airport adds an extra layer of risk to landings, especially when fog rolls in. It's a true test of skill for those daring enough to land at this unique alpine destination. In Japan, thousands of young people choose total isolation, turning their bedrooms into refugees from the outside world. They reject social contact, sometimes for years, and this trend has led more than 1 million people to live in complete solitude. The phenomenon, known as hikikomori, is a challenge for society, which struggles to understand the causes and find solutions to this extreme isolation. In Pakistan, triple-decker buses don't just transport people, they also dazzle like works of art on wheels. With bright colors, detailed patterns, and cultural touches everywhere, they look like something straight out of a mobile gallery. Some even have living room-like interiors, where traveling feels like home. With capacity for 44 passengers, they combine tradition, comfort, and style like no other. In 2018, Denise Muller-Karanek hopped on a bicycle and broke all boundaries, reaching a mind-blowing 184.7 miles per hour on the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah. She wasn't just pedaling, she followed a special car that cut through the wind, a feat worthy of superheroes. Arnav Kapoor, an innovative student, has created Alter Ego, a revolutionary device that allows you to interact with machines solely through thought. This portable, non-invasive gadget detects the neuromuscular signals generated when you think about speaking, converting them into commands that machines can understand. With Alter Ego, users can perform tasks like math or Google searches without having to speak out loud, all thanks to the power of their mind. Manuel Corrales, known as Bandera Luna, transformed his life by uploading a video to social media. After 35 years as a waiter in luxury restaurants, his daughter filmed him pouring a glass of wine, and within 24 hours, the video reached more than 2 million views. This unexpected success opened doors for him throughout Spain, and now, in addition to working in prestigious restaurants, he runs his own hospitality academy, sharing his unique art of customer service. Nicole Smith-Ludwig, an Emirates flight attendant and professional skydiver, performed a spectacular feat by climbing onto the antenna of the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. As an A380 aircraft circled around her, Nicole bravely posed on a tiny platform to film a commercial. The scene, although incredible, was completely real and demonstrated her skill and courage in an extremely risky environment. Bruce Gilden is a photographer known for his bold, no-holds-barred style, in which he fires a flash directly into his subjects' faces without asking permission. His technique provokes unexpected reactions, such as surprise or fear, capturing a raw view of society. Although his approach is controversial, many appreciate the intensity and authenticity he achieves in his portraits. In 2017, a creative Samsung commercial titled Ostrich won 7 awards at the Clio Awards, including a gold for short film. The story follows an ostrich who, using a Gear VR headset, manages to fly in a virtual simulator. The commercial stood out for its originality and won awards in categories such as direction, cinematography, animation, and visual effects. In Takikawa, Japan, wolf-like robots have been deployed to prevent bear encounters in neighborhoods. Although not technologically complex, their furry design and roar simulate a danger to bears, helping to maintain safety. These solar-powered devices, with glowing eyes and a fierce expression, have become a creative solution to dealing with wild animals. Papacolia Beach, or Mahana Green Beach, in Hawaii, is a rare gem with green sand. This unique phenomenon occurs thanks to olivine, a volcanic mineral found in the region. It's one of the few green sand beaches in the world, and its unusual landscape attracts tourists seeking a different experience. Meet Patsy, the pizza robot revolutionizing the kitchen. This automated device prepares 80 pizzas per hour, replicating the techniques of renowned chefs in just minutes. Developed by 28 engineers in the Patsy Pizzeria in Paris, after 7 years of work, this robot kneads, shapes, and bakes without the need for human hands. It only needs help cutting the ingredients. The future of pizza is here, and it has a name. Hans Steininger, known for his 5'4" beard, never imagined that his most notable feature would lead to his downfall. In 1567, while fleeing a fire, he tripped over his own beard, causing a fatal fall. What should have been a quick escape ended in tragedy, with his beard being the cause of his unexpected fate. The Chinese vampire deer is a fascinating species, antlerless and with long tusks that give it a unique appearance. It is found in the forests and mountains of China and Korea, but faces serious danger of extinction. Habitat destruction and illegal hunting threaten its survival, putting this incredible animal at risk. The abalone, or abalone, is on the brink of extinction due to overexploitation, especially due to high demand in Asia. In the United Kingdom, restrictions have been imposed to protect this critically endangered species. Overfishing has drastically reduced its population, putting its long-term existence at risk. In the Snyder Cut, many scenes featuring superheroes like Aquaman were filmed using green screens and harnesses, allowing for spectacular movements and stunning visual effects. These advanced filming techniques facilitated the creation of breathtaking action scenes in virtual environments. In the remote Swiss Alps, when a cow needs urgent medical attention, it doesn't matter how far away it is. A helicopter takes it directly to the vet. This curious and efficient method ensures that even the most isolated animals receive the rapid care essential to their health. It's an example of how technology and love for animals come together in rural areas. China has designed specialized firefighting drones, which feature thermal sensors and are operated remotely. These innovative devices are ideal for fighting fires in hard-to-reach places, minimizing the risk to firefighters. Equipped with sensor-activated hoses, they can carry up to 150 liters of fire-retardant foam and feature high-resolution cameras with up to 10x zoom. At the University of Canterbury, New Zealand, civil engineering students are participating in a unique challenge, designing a bridge that can support the weight of 2 people but collapse under the influence of a third. This annual event has become an exciting tradition, where the key to success is achieving a lightweight yet strong structure. The competition rewards creativity and efficient bridge design. In Busan, South Korea, tourists can enjoy an unparalleled aerial tour aboard the Sky Capsule. This system offers panoramic capsules that glide smoothly at just 3 miles per hour, providing a peaceful and spectacular view of the ocean. It's a relaxing way to take in the coastal scenery at a slow pace, gently floating through the air. Limited footage found in Japan when the sky thunders with a yonshaku dama. It's not just a firework, it's a colossal explosion weighing over 925 pounds that lights up the sky. When it bursts, its brilliance expands over half a mile, leaving everyone in awe. It's so massive, it feels like the entire sky is celebrating. Fingernails are like sprinters, growing almost twice as fast as toenails. The secret? More movement, better circulation, and constant use keep them active. While your hands are hopping around, your feet take things a little easier. Hugh Jackman, famous for playing Wolverine in X-Men, is also an incredible singer and dancer. His talent transcends cinema, having shown on the stage with roles in plays like Man of La Mancha and Les Miserables. A true multifaceted artist who dazzles both on screen and on stage. Don't let your inner child fade away. Try the Scream Chicken Challenge on TikTok, a fun game that will test your courage and laughter. The goal is simple. Scream as loud as possible to activate the effect and complete the mission. Do you dare? Tell me in the comments how it went. Mario, a Chilean inventor from Chimbarongo, has created the world's smallest spinning top, and it dances by itself. He's currently vying for the Guinness World Record with his incredible creation. In 1988, Michael Jordan stunned the world with an incredible leap that kept him in the air for more than a second, much longer than the average human jump. This historic NBA moment was measured and recognized as the highest vertical leap recorded in the league, reaching an impressive 4 feet. The jump, which lasted approximately 0.92 seconds, remains a tough benchmark to surpass in basketball. Eliana Ortega, an Ecuadorian immigrant in New York, arrived without a job or English skills, but found a unique way to excel: removing lice. With hard work and dedication, she founded her company Larger Than Lice, becoming an expert in eradicating these parasites. Today, she earns up to $3,000 a day and has worked with celebrities and political families. Her story is an example of how, With creativity and hard work, the skinny guinea pig, known for its hairlessness, is a unique breed created through genetic crossbreeding. In 1978, a Canadian laboratory crossed common guinea pigs with a hairless variety, resulting in a spontaneous genetic mutation. This experiment resulted in an unusual pet that has captured the attention of animal lovers. Meet Loki, the Rottweiler who became an honorary dogger. At 5 years old, this incredible therapy dog graduated from the University of Maryland and began comforting hospital patients, especially those affected by the pandemic. Adopted as his owner was starting college, Loki completed his training to be an essential companion in difficult times. A dog with a college degree and a whole lot of empathy. In Italy, a luxury restaurant has created a dessert as unusual as it is unique: fried air. This unusual delicacy is made with fried tapioca skin and bathed in ozone gas, creating an ethereal texture. It's served like cotton candy in the shape of a cloud, with a touch of blue salt and vinegar. Talia Kuznetsova, recognized as the most muscular woman in the world, weighs around 198 pounds and has excelled in bodybuilding. Because of her impressive physique, she has even competed in men's categories, going head-to-head with some of the world's top athletes. Her dedication and intense training have helped her break barriers in a sport traditionally dominated by men. Armadillos have a curious way of increasing their family size. 4 identical offspring are always born. This is due to a unique phenomenon where a single embryo divides into 4 parts, creating offspring with the same genetic information. Instead of a diverse litter, everything is serial reproduction, ensuring that each offspring shares the same characteristics. In 2015, a group of elderly men carried out a daring break-in at the Hatton Garden Safe Deposit Limited Vault in London, making off with jewelry, money, and precious metals. The loot, valued at nearly £14 million, was equivalent to approximately $21 million. This robbery, carried out by an unusual gang, shocked the world due to the cunning and age of the criminals. On beaches in places like South Africa and Australia, a thick, dark foam sometimes appears, covering the shore like whipped sea cream. This phenomenon forms when the waves mix microalgae and marine debris, while the wind churns everything like a natural blender. Although it's usually harmless, beaches in some areas of Australia have been closed due to a more suspicious version, associated with dead fish and an outbreak of the flu. Investigations are ongoing to discover what this mysterious foam hides. White-tailed deer have such a keen sense of smell that they can detect odors from over a kilometer away. This ability is key to avoiding predators and finding food or other deer. Their excellent sense of smell makes them masters of evasion and allows them to adapt perfectly to their environment. Thanks to this skill, they are able to remain alert to any threat. In 2010, a monkey with a peculiar characteristic was discovered in Burma. It sneezes when it rains. This strange reaction is due to the monkey's lack of a prominent nose, unlike other primates. Its unusual face and unique anatomy make this monkey a fascinating species. Livia is a peculiar town in Spain that, surprisingly, is surrounded by French territory. Although it is located in the heart of France, it is still part of Spain, making it a curious enclave. Cracking an egg underwater isn't the same as cracking it in the air. At first, the pressure keeps it intact as if nothing were happening, but only for a few seconds. Then, the gelatinous chaos slowly breaks free. It's a visual trick that demonstrates how water can slow down even breakfast. The Wonderpus octopus, native to the Philippines, is a true artist of nocturnal disguise. It blends in with its soft colors, but if it feels threatened, it transforms into an explosion of reds and oranges. Its talent for changing its appearance makes it a true ocean ninja. Square waves or cross waves occur when 2 ocean currents meet directly, creating turbulent and difficult to predict seas. This phenomenon generates disorderly waves and erratic currents, which can put both boats and swimmers at risk. The unpredictability of this phenomenon makes it extremely difficult to navigate or swim safely. Miriam, a 67-year-old Colombian, has turned gossip into a source of income that has allowed her to buy 2 houses. In his business, gossip sells for between 5,000 and 10,000 pesos, and the juiciest can generate more than 500,000. Every afternoon, he sits at the door of his house, where neighbors come looking for the latest rumors. In Shanghai, the Bund Finance Center is an art and culture building inspired by theater curtains. Its unique design includes 3 layers of vertical stainless steel pipes that slowly rotate every 2 hours, creating a constantly moving facade. Although the pipes look similar to an organ, they produce no sound when they rotate. This fascinating movement, which occurs from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., turns the building into a visual spectacle. The Acento Pro robot looks like something out of a science fiction movie. It patrols alone, delivers packages, and keeps watch like a pro. Thanks to its cameras and LiDAR sensors, it moves completely autonomously and reaches speeds of up to 7.5 miles per hour. Before roaring into the Mexican GP, Checo Perez and Max Verstappen swapped their helmets for tortillas. They competed in the Tortilla Challenge, holding back laughter with water in their mouths while hilariously slapping each other with tortillas. The living cocoon coffin looks like something out of an ecological fairy tale. It's made of mushrooms and decomposes in just 45 days. Made with mycelium and recycled hemp, it helps cleanse toxins and returns the body to the earth naturally. It's like a final green hug for the planet, sustainable even in death. In 2023, Uber revolutionized express deliveries with its helicopter service in the United States. This innovative system allows products to be delivered in record time, ideal for busy areas. Currently, the cities of Dallas and Los Angeles are the main beneficiaries of this aerial service, taking convenience to new heights. Talking to the toilet is now possible. At CES, they unveiled a futuristic toilet that responds to your voice and works well with Alexa and Google. It opens and closes the lid automatically, cleans you with a bidet, dries you with warm air, and even disinfects with UV light, all without lifting a finger. Just say what you want. In Amsterdam, bicycles are a common sight in the canals, but they also often end up there by accident. To rescue them, special boats are used to pull the bicycles from the water. Every year, thousands of these bicycles are recovered, making the process routine for local authorities. Red pandas are sensitive to heat and struggle to maintain their body temperature in hot climates. During heat waves, conservation centers offer them ice blocks to help them cool down. This strategy helps them better withstand high temperatures. Due to their vulnerability, these animals require special attention for their well-being in hot climates. The horned walnut caterpillar, with its orange spines, can reach 15 centimeters in length as an adult. Despite its fearsome appearance, it is not dangerous to humans. Its appearance is a clear example of how nature uses mimicry to deter predators and protect itself. Tatsuya Tanaka, a talented Japanese artist, has spent over 10 years creating stunning miniature scenes depicting everyday moments. Using common objects, he transforms the mundane into something magical and surprising. His project, which he publishes daily, has captivated thousands, showing how imagination and attention to detail can transform reality. For over 30 years, the United States has held one of the world's most unusual contests, the Ugliest Dog Contest. But it's not about making fun of it, it's about celebrating the uniqueness and specialness of each pet. Dogs with lolling tongues, crazy hair, or clubbed legs parade proudly, proving that beauty can also be found in the unusual. During the filming of Troy, Brad Pitt and Eric Bana made a bet of $50 for every real blow they landed during the fight scenes. This competition added an extra touch of excitement to the work, but what seemed like a joke turned into something much more intense. At the end of filming, one of the actors ended up paying $750, as the scene turned out to be more violent than either had anticipated. Amaury Guichon is a French-Swiss master pastry chef and chocolatier who takes baking to the next level, transforming desserts into stunning edible sculptures. His ability to merge art and cuisine has earned him international fame, and he is known as the King of Chocolate. Anthony Hopkins won the Academy Award for Best Actor for his portrayal of Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs, despite his screen time being only 16 minutes and 20 seconds. This role, although brief, left an indelible mark on film history, becoming one of the most memorable performances. China has developed Gravity 1, the world's most powerful solid propulsion rocket, measuring an impressive 98 feet in length, capable of carrying up to 14,300 pounds into low Earth orbit. This breakthrough marks a major leap in space technology. The rocket clearly reflects China's rapid progress in its ambitious aerospace exploration and development efforts. Breathing through the nose is much healthier, as it filters and humidifies the air before it reaches the lungs. Breathing through the mouth can cause problems such as cavities, dry mouth, and jawbone disorders. The nose functions as a natural filter that protects the airways from impurities and dryness. The white rhinoceros, despite its name, has grayish skin. The term white comes from a mistranslation of the Afrikaans word wide, which refers to its wide snout, not its color. This misunderstanding persists to this day, but it doesn't change its impressive size, making it one of the largest animals on the planet. Despite its enormous size, its demeanor is surprisingly calm. In the Chinese city of Jinan, some gas stations have automated robots capable of filling up vehicles' tanks without human intervention. The process begins when the driver sends a request from their mobile phone, allowing for a faster and more efficient experience. High in the Bavarian mountains of Germany stands Neuschwanstein Castle, a fairy tale gem that served as the muse for Disney's castle. Its silhouette seems like something out of a dream, with towers that touch the clouds and halls worthy of princesses and dragons. Isla Mujeres owes its name to the mysterious female figures that the first explorers found upon arrival, dedicated to ancient Mayan goddesses. Today, this corner of Mexico combines ancient history with idyllic beaches. Chickens have an underappreciated superpower. They can move their bodies in all directions without their heads moving in the slightest. It's as if they have an internal stabilizer, worthy of the most advanced technology. Whether they walk, jump, or turn, their gaze remains fixed, as if the world were spinning around them. The quetzal, a symbol of freedom and natural heritage, is also Guatemala's official currency. This bird, considered a national treasure, inspires the name of the currency, which reflects the country's biodiversity and culture. Admired for its beauty, the quetzal has become an icon that represents Guatemalan identity. Jeff Bezos' Gulfstream G700 is a luxury private jet that can carry up to 19 people in maximum comfort. Powered by Rolls-Royce engines, it delivers outstanding performance and impressive efficiency on long-haul flights. With the ability to fly over 3,700 miles without refueling, it easily covers international distances non-stop. Buzz Lightyear, the hero of Toy Story, was named after Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the moon. This nod to space exploration highlights the character's connection to the cosmos and courage, just like the astronaut. His bravery and daring throughout the film reflect Aldrin's characteristics, creating a character inspired by adventure and discovery. Elephants typically sleep standing up, relying on their sturdy legs for stability while resting. However, when they are exhausted and surrounded by their herd, they lie down for a deeper sleep. A rare video showed a herd of elephants resting in this vulnerable state, revealing a little-known side of these majestic animals. Despite their name and appearance, koalas are not bears, but marsupials closely related to kangaroos and wombats. Their diet is based almost entirely on eucalyptus leaves, which provide most of their nutrition. Native to Australia, koalas have distinctive features that make them unique within the marsupial group. Kalmykia, an autonomous republic in Russia, is the only place in Europe where Buddhism is considered the official religion. In a region dominated by other beliefs, this uniqueness stands out and showcases a rich religious diversity. The Kalmyk community strongly adheres to their faith, which permeates their customs and traditions, making this region unique on the continent. Tesla introduced its humanoid robot, Optimus, which in its first version stood 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed 125 pounds. It was able to walk and carry light objects, though with some inaccuracies. The second generation brought significant improvements, reducing its weight by 22 pounds and increasing its speed by more than 30%. Additionally, it can now carry up to 44 pounds and move its head thanks to a sensor system, while the precision of its arms has improved significantly, marking a key advancement in robotics. The cobalt blue tarantula looks like something out of a science fiction movie. Its legs, under the right light, glow a mesmerizing electric blue. It lives in deep burrows that it patiently digs and rarely comes out to show off, but when it does, it steals the show. Although its appearance is intimidating, it is more shy than dangerous. The soursop fruit, native to the Caribbean and Central America, can weigh over 11 pounds. Its unique flavor, a mix of sweet and sour, makes it very popular in juices and desserts. Thanks to its versatility, it's a common ingredient in many recipes, adding an exotic and refreshing touch. In the Czech town of Lukova, an empty church houses mysterious, faceless figures covered in white cloaks, representing former members of the community. It is said that at nightfall, the spirits of these parishioners wander the nearby cemetery. This place, steeped in history and mystery, has captured the imagination of many travelers intrigued by its ghostly atmosphere. In Murdeshwara, Karnataka, India, stands an imposing statue of Shiva, reaching 123 feet, making it the second largest in the world dedicated to this god. Completed in 1204, thanks to donations from local merchants, the statue has become a symbol of devotion and culture. Residents of the region funded its construction as an expression of their deep faith. Mother swans care for their young in a unique way, carrying them on their backs during their first weeks of life. Nestled among their feathers, the young are safe from harm while learning by watching other swans interact. At age 26, Beethoven began to lose his hearing, a tragedy for any musician. But he didn't let this dampen his love for music. As his deafness worsened, his passion grew, and he created masterful works such as the iconic Ninth Symphony. In Wyoming, the number of cows far outnumbers the human population. With a population of around 580,000, the state is home to more than 1.2 million cows, doubling its population. This impressive imbalance reflects the importance of livestock farming in the state's daily life and economy. The development of GTA 5 was one of the largest investments in the entertainment industry, surpassing the budget of several Hollywood films. Costing around $265 million, the game achieved astonishing production levels. Despite the enormous expense, its success was immediate, generating more than $1 billion in just 3 days. Qatar, completely lacking rivers, is forced to find innovative solutions for its water supply. Desalination is one of the keys, converting salt water into drinking water for its residents. This technological process has been vital in the arid desert, allowing the nation to maintain a constant supply. Guatemala is known for having the shortest average height in the world, a situation linked to nutritional problems and child malnutrition. Children in rural areas are particularly affected by the lack of access to nutritious food and medical care. With an average height of about 5 feet 1 inch to 5 feet 3 inches for men and 4 feet 11 inches for women, this phenomenon highlights the country's public health deficiencies. Grandadierite, considered the rarest gem on the planet, is found exclusively in Madagascar, in extremely limited quantities. Its scarcity makes it a priceless piece, capable of fetching more than $20,000 per carat, especially if it possesses brilliant color and impeccable clarity. The Chichen Itza Pyramid, with its 365 steps, is an exact reflection of the days of the year and a testament to the Mayans' astonishing astronomical knowledge. Each side has 91 steps, and the additional one at the top completes the total. Its precise alignment with the solar and lunar movements makes it a stone calendar, where the 4 stairways symbolize the seasons. Although its name evokes musical chords, the guitarfish is simply a marine inhabitant, unrelated to sound art. With an elongated, flattened body, its shape resembles that of a guitar, but its true connection is with rays, not with musicians. Seals have special whiskers called vibrissae, so sensitive that they function as a kind of natural radar. These whiskers allow them to detect even the slightest movements of animals underwater, even in low visibility conditions. By sensing the currents left by their prey, they are able to hunt with incredible precision. The giant African snail is one of the most impressive terrestrial creatures, reaching sizes of up to 12 inches. Native to East Africa, it has managed to adapt to various climates, allowing it to spread throughout the world. However, its survival has become a threat, as its proliferation affects both crops and local ecosystems. With its violet and yellow shell, it is a visually fascinating but problematically destructive pest. At 17, Malala Yousafzai became the youngest person to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. But her story goes far beyond the award. She stood up to the Taliban with words when she was just a child, denouncing their regime in a secret blog for the BBC. She survived a gunshot to the head, and instead of remaining silent, her voice grew even louder. On February 4th, 1912, Franz Reichelt, a tailor with the soul of an inventor and bat wings on his back, jumped from the Eiffel Tower, relying on his homemade parachute. His creation, however, didn't work as he had dreamed, and the feat ended in tragedy. Although he failed in his attempt, his name is etched in history as a symbol of courage and aerial ambition. In Japan, there is a machine called the Perfumatic that turns a few minutes into a unique olfactory experience. Like a modern-day alchemist, it allows you to mix essences and create your own personalized perfume instantly. Just choose your favorite scents, and the machine works its magic. High in Europe, the Sierra Nevada ski resort rises to 10,827 feet, offering one of the most breathtaking views. The most surprising thing is that, despite its height, it is bathed in sunshine nearly 300 days a year, making it a unique destination for ski lovers. There, you can glide down the slopes while enjoying a sunny climate, combining the best of the snow with the warmth of the sun. Keebler has won hearts with its famous cookie factory in a tree and its friendly elf, Elves the Elf. Although that magical factory is pure fantasy, the elves have been the face of the brand for years, bringing sweetness and magic to every cookie. Slab City, in the heart of the California desert, calls itself the last free city in America. This unincorporated community attracts those looking to escape the rules and live at their own pace, far from government regulations. A unique place where freedom and creativity meet under the desert sun. The iconic Joseph Gordon-Levitt fight in the revolving walkway in Inception was a technical challenge. To film it, a 360-degree rotating set was built, and the crew spent months perfecting it without resorting to special effects. The result was one of the most memorable sequences in modern cinema, a feat of practical ingenuity. Taiwan is home to the imposing Taipei 101 Tower, which held the title of being the tallest building in the world between 2004 and 2010. But that's not all. It also has an incredibly fast elevator. It travels at an impressive 37.7 miles per hour. A fin fire is like a life-saving grenade against fire. You throw it, it touches the flames, and boom, it goes out instantly. It doesn't require any buttons or complicated instructions. It works only when it comes into contact with heat. Ideal for quick emergencies in small spaces. Ideal for taking your first steps into the STEAM world without complications. The squid worm is a marine creature with a very peculiar appearance. It measures 9 centimeters and has 10 tentacles that make it look like a mini squid.